Hello and welcome to jasonnewland.com. My name's Jason Newland. Please only listen when you can safely close your eyes. This is, I don't know what this is. What is this? I don't know. It's going to be, that was weird, wasn't it? It's going to be a relaxation session, but the thing is, everything I do is kind of a relaxation session. Suppose I could do a body scan, perhaps just talk, just chat generally. I did think about maybe looking at the newspapers. Yeah. Could be a pain relief session. I'm not sure. I think a relaxation session, just maybe a vague, this is one of those vague recordings where no one really knows what it is. But do we care? I don't know. Just relaxation. Morning relaxation. I suppose it could be evening relaxation. But there's no bad time to relax, is there really? I think because I've been focusing the last 7 or 8 years on the Let Me Bore You to Sleep recordings, I've got it in my mind a little bit that people would only listen to my recordings at night. However, when it comes to relaxing, which is pretty much 99% of everything I do, any time of the day is a good time to relax. I listen to recordings in the afternoons sometimes. Occasionally in the morning I might listen to a recording. And I personally quite enjoy listening to an audiobook. I'm thinking maybe I should do an audiobook. What should I do an audiobook about? Do you think anyone would listen to an audiobook with my boring with my boring voice? Would anyone ever get past a chapter? That's the thing, because if you're listening to an audio book or an audio recording with the sole intention to actually listen to it, like reading a book, listen, absorb, focus, and all that stuff, then perhaps my voice is not correct for that particular adventure. Oh, you want to know about the Facebook group? Okay. So, yeah, I've got a Facebook group called Jason Newland's Boring Group. It's on Facebook. I don't know what else to say about it. It's super groovy. Does that help? There are now 217 members of the group. I've also see my YouTube channel. It's at Jason Newland, and well, it's at youtube.com, but at Jason Newland is the handle. Blimey, that takes me back to the CB days. Citizen Band Radio. What's your handle? What's your handle? My handle's at Jason Newland. No, you can't give your name, you have to have a handle. Okay. Pink Piggy. Yeah, that's better. How can Pink Piggy be better than my own name? Because then we don't know who you are. But you do know who I am. I'm your next door neighbour. Yeah, but you know what I mean. Not supposed to know who each other are. I can see you through the window. What are you doing looking through my window? Well, I didn't mean to be looking through your window. It's an accident. How do you accidentally look through my window? I was trying to look through your sister's. We laughed. But yesterday, I had a really busy podcast day yesterday. Busiest for a long time. I don't know why. It might just be one of those freaky days where it just gets busy for no apparent reason. The day before was quiet, so maybe that's what it was. I mean, really, over Easter it's been... Okay, Easter Day was busy. No, not Easter Day, Saturday. No, Easter Day, yes, Easter Day, Sunday. Easter Day was okay. I suppose technically Bank Holiday Monday was okay. Tuesday was slow. Then yesterday, Wednesday, was busy. So, I say busy. I had on Spreaker, I had 4,284 total downloads or plays. So that was a bit more than normal. How many of those were on my website? Let's have a look. Yesterday, sauces, tomato, barbecue. 24 of those plays were on my website. Because my website, jasonnewland.com, you can listen to all my recordings. Yeah, I know, it's exciting, isn't it? Yeah, super groovy. So, how many total downloads have I had since I've had Spreaker? Since I've been using Spreaker back in 2018. This is the total number of total downloads altogether. But it's not my total downloads because I've used other things. But with Spreaker, total downloads, it's like I'm trying to build it up to something that it isn't it? I've had 32 downloads. No. So since 2018, I've had 15,173,738 total downloads, which is plays. That's what they mean when they say downloads. Plays. So 15,173,738. That's not bad. It's alright, isn't it? It's alright, I suppose. On SoundCloud. I was pretty busy yesterday as well. So on SoundCloud altogether, all time. So this SoundCloud one. So I've had a few different SoundCloud accounts over the years. These ones I've had since 2000 and I think it was October 2023. And this one I've had 2,448,294. And the other one I've had about 1 million and something. I can check it out. I wonder if I have to, it might be on here. Is it on here? Yeah, it is. Yay. I've got it on the. Let's have a look. Profile, insights. Okay. All time. Oh no, not quite 1 million, but nearly. So with the other one, the Let Me Bore You to Sleep one, 935,003 plays. So what's that total for there? 2,448,000, 3 million. I'll try to work it out. So 35, 930. Okay, so it's 3 million and 300. 3,300,000 roughly between the two. So that's 15, 16, 17, 18,500,000. So since 2018, I've had over 18 million downloads. That's since 2018. But in reality, bearing in mind I started this 12 years earlier, the whole podcasting and videos and stuff, 2006. So add on a few more million to that. I don't know how many. So I'm well over 20 million, but maybe, yeah, 12 years, I imagine I had quite a few million downloads. episodes over that time, because I kept swapping around using different podcasts and I think I've used all of them at different times. Just testing them out. Use one for a few months, and then stop using it. I've had multiple SoundCloud accounts over the last 15 years, probably. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. No. Just got out of bed. Thinking's not really my. I don't know. Didn't even have an ending to a sentence for that one. Quite a few, anyway. I woke up about 2 o'clock this morning. I was laying kind of on my back, but to my right side, and Vinny was underneath my armpit, pretty much, like cuddled right up to my body, my upper body, really cuddled into me. And I'm like, why? Why is he doing that? Because he doesn't do that if I'm awake. It was nice. I didn't want to move. It was nice. The birdies are starting to birdie. The birds are starting to be birds, singing and stuff, It's 4:49 a.m. It's still dark outside. I do like this time of year, seeing things start up early. There's always one bird that starts, because you hear it when they all start at the same time. There's always one that starts a little bit early, and you hear all the others shout, "Shut up, it's too early, we're not up yet." And it stops. It reminds me a little bit of when I was on retreat, and this bloke was walking through the dormitories with a bell, like a hand bell thing. What? Like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, kind of the bells. And I was just like, why? Why are you doing that? It was a retreat. It was just a meditation retreat. How is that peaceful, to be woken up by a bell? Really, really loud bell. That's a weird thing about the whole. Yeah, it's a mixture of real dumbness. I don't necessarily mean that we, I don't know, just have some other way to wake up the people in time for meditation. I suppose blowing gently into their ear. Perhaps you can't do that for everyone because it takes time, or just brushing a feather over the bottom of their feet, hoping that they'd wake up feeling nice. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways, isn't there? But not a bell. Never a bell. Ding, 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 ding. No, that's not a peaceful way to wake up. You go into the meditation room and you see people with the weirdest expressions, almost in shock. You know, it's like they were suddenly woken up by this bell. Next thing they're in a meditation room being peaceful. And it's confusing. Their body's fine, but their face isn't. It's all like, what the heck was that? Also, you'd hear like a lot of snoring. A lot of snoring. People would just snore. A lot of middle-aged men there as well. And I think it's kind of comes with the territory a bit. Sometimes to just, if you close your eyes, sit down and close your eyes, you may nod off. I think it's funniest when it's the meditation teacher that's doing it. So the leader of the meditation, when that person falls asleep. And maybe they're leading through a body scan, or maybe they're actually doing a focused meditation, and they clearly fall asleep. And someone has to get their bell out, don't they? And ring the bell to wake them up. It's very disturbing. It's not a relaxing meditation when everyone's ringing bells. Where would you even buy a bell? Oh, that's a serious question. Have you ever thought about that? You know the old-fashioned bells with a handle and a... I was going to say, what's it shaped like? But I suppose a bell. Shapes. That is the shape, isn't it? It's a bell shape. Bell's a weird word, and when you say it, it just doesn't sound right, does it? Bell, 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 bell. Bell, 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 bell. Bell, 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 bell. Bell, 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 bell. Would you like a bell with that? This bell's tasty. I was wondering if you'd, I know we've been together for a while, and I just wanted to let you know that I bell you. Would you bell me and make me the happiest lady in the planet? I got flowers once. Yeah. It was about 2000 2000. Went on a date with someone to the Millennium Dome. That's when it used to be called the Millennium Dome. It's now the O2. 500 million they spent on that. And it was just to mark the turn of the century, really. Which seems like a nice thing to do. But it started to get flack in the press because they spent a long time building it. And they were saying, oh, it's costing so much. People, the public, are now starting to get a little bit frisky or angry or whatever about how much is being spent. And I would think to myself, well, they wouldn't if you didn't keep telling us. If you didn't keep putting it in the newspapers how much they're wasting, I wouldn't be thinking about it, would I? No, thank you. And let's move on with our lives. The thing is, I went there because someone, when it was built, when it was finished, somebody who was friends with somebody who was involved in the comedy club. He was a regular at the comedy club anyway, but he gave me some tickets, 2 free comp tickets to go and see the Millennium Dome show. So it's, I think, a bank holiday Monday, which meant it might have been Easter this time of the year. And I thought, I won't go. If it's on my own, I won't go. So I asked a lady if she would like to go with me, and she said, "Who are you?" I said, "I'm Jason." She said, "Okay. Why are you holding a bell?" I said, "No, it's just it's a theme that I've been talking about in my podcast." She said, "Okay. What's a podcast?" I said, "It's not really doesn't matter really." She said, "Well, I just asked you what it is. I'm the one that decides if it matters or not, surely." I said, "No, what I mean is, it's not really relevant to this story that I'm telling." And she said, "Well, am I part of the story?" I said, "Yeah." "So doesn't that mean that what I say is relevant and what I think is relevant?" I said, "Yeah, but you're not real, not really." "How can I not be real?" "Well, what I mean by that, when you're not real, is you existed, but in a kind of a past format, and I hope you still do exist, and you're happy and healthy and all that stuff, but you're not here, right? You know, this is kind of like a conversation with a memory. A conversation with a memory. That's the weirdest sentence I've heard all day. I said, "Stick around, you'll hear more." "Go on then." I said, I don't mean literally you're going to hear more. I'm just, as a saying. You just said I'm going to hear more. I'm waiting. Tell me more. What? I thought you'd stop talking. No, I'm waiting to hear more. Can we just move on? No, I want to hear more. You said you're going to be saying some weird stuff. Just come on. You're just supposed to be a memory. I don't know why you're hassling me. I'm not hassling you. You brought me up. I've been a memory for 25 years. I've been locked away. Now I'm free. Yee. No, I went to this place. It was nice. It was all right. The Millennium Dome, now the O2 Arena. There's so much hassle, so much fuss. "Oh, they spent 500 million. Blah, blah, blah. What are they going to do? Blah, blah, blah. It's just a big empty big building, and there's nothing in it. It's not worth it. It's really man." It's like, come on. Anyone, it wouldn't be hard to realise that it was going to be a venue. They were going to make it into a really, especially when I went and visited, this huge place. There's no losing in a situation like that. Or to spend 500 million on something that's going to be around probably for the next 500 years, 1,000 years. It's going to be around for hundreds of years, probably, at least. Or maybe 50 years, 60 years. I don't know how long stadiums last. There's houses in this. Yeah, actually, I'm just thinking maybe not thousands of years, but hundreds of years, I reckon. With a bit of refurbishment every now and then. But went along, and it was all right. It was very big. For some reason, it was focused on. They were focused on the inside of a human body. Don't quite know why. I really don't know why. I can't remember. But it was good. But it was huge. But at the same time, they weren't. This space wasn't being used. A lot of cues to see things, and I suppose the only thing that I liked, and it was very, very spectacular, was this show at the beginning where these people were on these big long rope things doing acrobatics and stuff like that. Yeah, that was good. I also had my first McFlurry. Yeah, I'd never had a McFlurry before. Had my very first McFlurry. Now I'm trying to think, was it flakes? Was it Maltesers? I think it was a flake McFlurry. No, it wasn't flake. I wonder what it was. Anyway, I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was nice. It was a nice day, actually, sunny. It was a nice sunny day. And then went back to hers. I think that night, just stayed over, watched Notting Hill on TV. There was, I don't know if it was on TV or she had it on video, but I laughed. I hadn't watched it before. Like, wow, this is funny. There's a really funny bit. I think it was in a bar. It was a bathroom scene with, I can't remember what happened. It was funny. It made me laugh, like laugh. You know, laugh, not just but it was kind of more like that. You know, a real genuine laugh. Yeah. This appears to be Thursday's Let Me Bore You to Sleep. Didn't know it was going to be. I don't think anybody knew it was going to be. How could we know? It's kind of strange because when I just get up in the morning, when I wake up in the morning, get out of bed, there's something, there's a different vibe. Apart from the fact that my voice is going. Have some water. That's better. Ooh. Yeah, it's a different. It's not that I'm a different person when I wake up. But seem to be a different version of what I'm like during the day. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what it is. I've not had any caffeine, so I've not eaten anything since probably 11 hours ago. So yeah, I suppose there's a difference compared to what I'm like once I've had something to eat, or had a cup of tea, or maybe had a conversation with a human, or been outside with the Vinster. I suppose it could just be when I'm awake, because right now I don't necessarily feel as though I'm awake. Although I am, technically, my eyes are closed. Not technically my eyes are closed, I mean technically, full stop. New sentence. My eyes are closed. I mean, I don't know why. Yeah, they're closed. I forgot why I even mentioned that they were closed, because I was trying to be clever with the vocabulary, formatting, and presentation of the sentence and syntax verbally. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I am feeling quite relaxed though. Just sitting in this chair, talking softly. Don't I always talk softly though? I did think it would be quite interesting to make a shouty relaxation session. You know, just shouting. Whoops. Oh, that's gone wobbly. That's the armrest, the left one. It's weird because I've practically stripped all the material off the left armrest. The right one's not so much. Just shows you that I'm in some ways left-handed. Although I'm right-handed, I do use my left hand quite a lot. I don't know if it's just I'm right-handed, my right, because I've been single for so long. You know, most of my life I've pretty much been single. I've had girlfriends on and off. I think my right hand became a bit sacred. A little bit like Hindus and cows. Is my hand become like a cow? It's like sacred, as to be looked after and not used for menial work, like picking at an armrest. My right hand is not used for that. My left hand can do that. Mind you, thinking of some of the things my right hand does do on a daily basis, and I'm not talking about anything weird, but what could be weird? I don't know. Some people's minds go into a weird place. Well, wanking. So I was thinking, this lady who took me, well, I took her, well, we went together really. I mean, I had the tickets, technically, I suppose I took her, but I didn't take her because we both knew where we were going. If anything, she probably led me there. I wasn't wearing a collar and a chain, I don't mean it that way. Going, woof woof, woof woof, or moo, moo. But that'd be weird. I mean, how many people, I mean, I suppose some people do walk around with cats on a lead, but I had a couple of neighbours that did that. And some of the local people were laughing at them. You see them people with a cat on the lead? And I'd sort of point out to them, yeah, but I walk around with Andre, who was my ferret, on a lead. And they said, oh yeah. So I'm guessing I'm probably the other person they laugh at as well. I met a lady the other day that I haven't seen for a while, but I didn't see her for a while. Then I started seeing her a bit more recently. I've been talking to her. Hello, you alright? And she's looking at me like, I don't know who you are. And Vinny's getting all excited. And says, oh, what's his name? That's Vinny. Okay. So she's kind of got to know him a little bit over the last probably a couple of months. Just a little bit. I don't see her that often. And I saw her again in the park the other day, and she said, oh, how old is he? I said, no, he's just turned 3. Oh, okay. And she was saying something like, I don't know. I said, oh, I haven't seen you for a while. I said, what do you mean? She didn't remember me. I said, I used to see you. Do you not remember me? I used to walk around with a ferret. And she jumped up. Well, she didn't jump up. She wasn't on the floor. Was carrying a little chair around with her. She sat down. I said, jumped up on the chair. A bit like Tom Cruise on Oprah. You know, super excited. She said, you mean Andre? Of course I remember Andre. Like, what? Didn't remember me at all. But remembered Andre because she used to see him nearly every day because she had her dog and she used to see me with Andre and she used to say hello to him, as did quite a few people locally. But no one noticed me. It was him they noticed. And I've been walking past her for probably 3 years, 2 years, 3 years, 2 years, 3 years, I don't know. Every now and then saying hello, and she looks at me like, who are you? Like, it's weird. So I thought, I didn't go around everyone's, you know, sort of, by the way, Andre's not around anymore, and I didn't tell everyone, but it's strange. Like, oh, it's you. You're the weird ferret man. I said, yeah. I wonder what that smell was. I said, don't talk about Andre like that. He's a ferret. He smelled nice. We weren't talking about a ferret. We're talking about you. Okay. Rude. Yeah, that is rude, isn't it? Is it rude? I don't even know anymore what's rude, what's not rude. Who knows? Some things are. Oh yeah, and this lady, we went to, this is a different lady. This is back to, we didn't have a tickling contest. This is back in 2000. So we went to Millennium Dome, and now this was a little bit weird, and it's probably a strange thing to get caught up on, but her hands were bigger than mine. And she held my hand, I looked down and I couldn't see my hand. And I thought, I hope she doesn't crush it. It was a bit like, you know, those baseball mittens, that catch the ball. She had hands like that. Now, I think I possibly exaggerated and she just had normal hands. I'm sure she had normal hands, but for some reason, I just noticing the size of her hands. It's weird. I don't know why. Don't normally care about stuff like that. I mean, yeah, it was weird. I was sitting on a tube and I'm tired, so she rocks me in her hand to go to sleep. Like being in a canoe. Lying down in a canoe, her hand. No, it wasn't that big. I don't know why I was saying that. Like 5 canoes stuck together. No, it wasn't that. That's terrible. But yeah, anyway, we went back to hers. She was lovely, really nice. And we ended up being friends, but we weren't really compatible to be in a relationship. But we did end up being friends afterwards. But at one point, I kind of like, I don't think this is going to work out. See ya. And she sent flowers. She sent me flowers. The only person in the world ever to send me flowers, as far as I remember. Flowers. I remember looking at them thinking, what am I supposed to do with these? Can't eat them. Can't talk to them. Can't read them. What's the point? But yeah, other than that, it was lovely. I think there might have been daffodils or roses. No, probably roses. Yeah, romantic. I bought roses in the past. Not for a long time. I can't even, you know, it's just if I can actually get the words out. Just as I was saying that, I can't remember the last time I bought flowers. The fact is, I do remember the last time I went into a florist and bought flowers. I'm not sure what I was talking about there. I just had a quick look at my phone, and there's a news article about a priest just got in trouble for saying that he thinks it's okay to baptize babies using Gatorade. And I started thinking, firstly, I don't care. Secondly, the baby probably prefer that. Secondly, wait a minute, I don't even know what Gatorade is. We don't have Gatorade in this country. What is it? Is it? I'm sure. Yeah, I think it's a drink, but I don't know. Gatorade. Is it like lemonade, but with a different flavour, I suppose? No, we don't have it here. Gatorade. I bet I could just check it, I suppose. Gatorade. Oh, it is available in this country. Gator, I've never seen it ever in my life. Gatorade. Oh, that's weird. So it's a mixed energy drink. Is that what it is? Mixed fruit energy drink. Gatorade. So I think this is one of those things that you can get, but it's from. Oh, there's 10 flavours. Gatorade available in UK stores. I'm just going to have a little look. Gatorade Cool Blue 500ml. Tesco. It's available in Tesco. I didn't know. This has got to be a new thing, isn't it? I've heard of Gatorade on TV, your movies and stuff like that in America, but Gatorade? Nah. Sainsbury's, doesn't say if it sells it. I'd have thought if Tesco do, then all the others would as well. I feel I want to test it out now. Gatorade. Well, today, so far I've had 93 downloads. This is 5:26, so for the last 5 hours, 5.5 hours, I've had 93 downloads. It might not have updated yet, I'm hoping. Otherwise I'm going to go from one of the best days to, wow, 93. Yeah, I just don't think it's updated, because it done this yesterday, and then I had my breakfast and came back, and it was like 1,600 or something. And that was before 9 o'clock. Oh, so I got these flowers. Yeah, it was nice. So I ended up calling her, and we went out again, but I don't know. So yeah, that's it. I didn't go back to her place. We went out for the date, and I thought, oh, I don't think anything's going to happen. And then it didn't seem like a romantic thing. She didn't really have big hands. I'm just exaggerating. Massive hands. I mean, do you know when it's sunny and you put your hand out to block the sun, and it feels quite nice, and you go, oh, that's nice. It's not in your face anymore. She did it, and the whole stadium went, oh, that's nice. The sun's not in her face anymore. That's how big her hand was. And some might say, yeah, but what do you mean sun? You're inside a stadium. Yeah, but you're outside as well. You know, it was not just inside the whole time. There was stuff outside. Come on, give me a break. Give me a Kit Kat. Oh, I wanted to say that for years. I never said it. Now I said it, I feel a little bit. Yeah. It wasn't everything I hoped it would be. I need to wash my hair today. My right ear is making some weird noises. like that. I'll tell you what it feels like. Do you remember that fizzy stuff that you put on your tongue? I'm not sherbet, but the one that sparkles, kind of like that. I don't know what it's called, but it's pretty cool. That's what I got, like a very small version of that in my right ear. Yeah, yeah, that would generally make a room quiet, wouldn't it? Mentioning that. You got what in your ear? Something going. That wasn't a good example. I'm just trying to think, the sparkles. I know what I mean when I say it. But it's got a sound as well as a feel. That's what my right ear feels a little bit like. It might just be balancing itself after being asleep. Just, getting itself back ready for the day. Maybe still half asleep. Can't blame it. I mean, can one ear be fully asleep, or can it only ever be half asleep? Because really, it's kind of part of. Do two ears make one ear? Or is one ear half of the other ear? Or are they just completely separate entities? I'm not sure if I was waiting for an answer, but I think right now I'm going to go and get some breakfast. Breakfast. Yeah, breakfast. So this has been a weird Let Me Bore You to Sleep Thursday edition. No title for this. I don't know what it'll be. Talking about flowers, I suppose. I've got no idea. Oh yeah, I did. No, I got Q&A Friday tomorrow. Yeah, so I'll do that tomorrow. That was a bit boring, wasn't it? So I've got Q&A Friday tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow. Yeah. But I thought there was going to be more coming out my mouth, but it didn't come. Never mind. I might need the toilet as well. I'm not sure what I need more to eat or I don't know if I need to put stuff in my body or remove stuff. I'm not sure. We'll find out in a minute, I'm sure. I wonder how many more times I can say sure before I go. No, that was it. Oh, never mind. Take care. Thanks for listening, and remember to be kind to yourself because you do deserve to be happy. Be gentle with yourself. You deserve to feel safe. Lots of love.